Well, thank you so much, Francis. Yes, indeed, we are coming live here at The Rock, the IEC Results Center. You know, when coming to elections, this is the critical time as different political parties right now, as we speak, they are engaged in discussions in terms of what needs to happen, particularly in issues that are related to coalitions. You've seen the results, and it looks like the metros are a headache for political parties. Fortunately, they are here to speak to us. We have the DA, the governing party at national level, and at the province here in Gauteng and other provinces. I also have leadership of the DA here leading Western Cape, and also the second largest party in Parliament. So I'm going to start with Helen Zille. Incident on, was it Saturday, Sunday, at Duarte.
Yes.
How far is the discussions with the South African Police Service?
Well, the IPID is investigating, and an investigative officer has been assigned, and I will be speaking to that investigative officer either later tonight or tomorrow morning.
Okay, Jesse, quite a difficult election.
Yes.
And these elections for ANC, it was just a steep. And the results are saying just that. Where did you go wrong?
Well, I think it's, the turnout being low is a problem for our entire country, specifically because we had hoped for a large youth turnout, which didn't happen. And I think that's something which, as a democracy, we really have to look at. What is it that young people are wanting that none of us are offering? And my guess is it's about jobs. As we went around the country, that became the first and very important issue that was raised with us. So we did do some research prior to the election, and of course in that research we understood that last year that people wanted to select their own councillors, and that's why we changed our strategy, which has worked. Hopefully, where we are now, we're quite happy, Sophie. We're not an unhappy party. We're waiting now for the final results, and then we'll meet on Friday to make further plans.
You also had challenges. You decided to rebuild the party, and many viewed that process as taking DA 100 years ago or way back and being a party that serves a particular constituency. And it looks like Freedom Front is giving you a hard time.
No, they're not actually giving us a hard time. We're giving them a hard time, but we're giving the ANC a very hard time. And we are doing very well in places that we've never done well before. For example, we've won our first municipality in KwaZulu-Natal outright, Umgeni, that we've taken from the ANC. In Gqeberha, we took a number of voting districts and wards from the ANC. We won Kocha outright again. We're doing very well across the Western Cape, and we will do particularly well in Cape Town. So yes, we are very pleased. We've turned the corner, we're bouncing back, and we're going forward. We're not taking the party back. Well, the party went backwards in 2019. Now we've turned the corner, we've bounced back, and we're heading in the right direction again.
We're talking coalitions now. What's going to happen to the metros where there's a challenge of an outright doing?
We'll discuss this on Friday as the ANC. Our preference is to look at it from the point of view of principle. Of course, coalitions are about how best you can support each other and whether you have the same ideals for the country. So we'll have that discussion on Friday, and then we'll decide which way to go.
It's going to be a tall order for the ANC with Action SA saying ANC is a no. You also have a choice between particularly DA and the EFF.
We haven't discussed yet. And when we discuss, we will make the effort to negotiate with those parties that are somewhat aligned to our own principles.
Madam, coalitions, which party or parties are your first preference?
Our leader, John Steenhuisen, has made it very clear that we will negotiate from a basis of principle, and those principles are constitutionalism and the rule of law, non-racialism, a social market economy, and a very strict separation between party and state. Those are our non-negotiable principles. And then we have draft coalition agreements that we've been working on, and we already have them in draft form. So we will move from that point of principle. I also know that John Steenhuisen has said that we will definitely not be going into any coalitions with the EFF at all.
Thank you so much for your time and all the best for the future. Thank you so much. All the best for the future, Majesty. There you have it, Vuyo, the two big parties in South Africa, the governing party, ANC, and the official opposition, the DA.